I think this is a very important subject, but before we proceed with trying to find a number that will appease people, you have to ask the question of why are we doing this? Is there any sort of conclusive data that has been or is being used to identify the number of Caymanians that the proposed legislation is seeking to aid? The Chamber of Commerce have met with the National Minimum Wage Advisory Council, and we can see that there is some work that is being done on this matter. We would encourage them to ensure that there is concrete statistical data to support whatever the policy decision is. It is still unclear as to the direction and exactly what the policy is attempting to fix. And so that is a bit of a concern, because if you don't know what the issue is or your target audience, it's impossible to find a solution to that problem. It's imperative that we get this situation discussed with the widest cross-section of persons, in particular the business community, because at some point there's a number that businesses just cannot afford, and not just businesses, but also each household. We have to identify what that tipping point is to ensure that the discussion on minimum wage doesn't cause more damage than what it is intended to do. Again, the Chamber of Commerce support the concept of a minimum wage. However, it's important that there is a detailed and comprehensive discussion with all relevant stakeholders on the way forward and on the impacts of the introduction of minimum wage legislation in the Cayman Islands. We'd encourage the Minister to ensure that the relevant expertise is in place to advise on this matter, because getting it wrong is something that the country cannot afford.